Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Fire and Ice. A Dragon's Tale. Before the world knew the peace of the Dragon Accord, there existed two mighty clans, each marked by a dazzling display of colours. The House of Ember, known for its formidable red dragons, represented the flames of passion and strength. The House of Azure harboured the graceful blue dragons, embodying calmness and intelligence. A young red dragon named Draven lived in the heart of the Crimson Peaks. He was an imposing sight, with scales that shimmered like molten lava and eyes as fierce as fire itself. Draven, however, was not just a creature of strength. He possessed a heart full of curiosity and a yearning for friendship that seemed out of place within the rugged demeanour of his clan. He often pondered the world beyond the fiery crags, dreaming of adventures and stories waiting to unfold. Far to the north, amongst the icy cliffs of the Azure Highlands, a blue dragoness named Lyra ruled the skies. With scales like the clearest ocean and wings that glistened like sunlight on water, she was admired for her intelligence and grace. Lyra was well respected among her peers, but a twinge of loneliness wove through her heart. She felt isolated amongst her clan's stoic traditions, always yearning for companionship beyond her kin. One day, fate would intertwine their destinies in a way neither could have anticipated. A fierce storm rolled over the mountains, and thunder boomed, echoing like old dragons' roars. Draven, caught in the tempest, flew too high and lost his way, disoriented by the torrential rain and howling winds. With each flap of his wings, he felt the brunt of the storm pushing him further from home. As the storm raged, Draven spotted a glimmer of blue in the chaos below. Curiosity overtook him, and with a mighty flap, he descended. There, beneath the crashing waves of rain, he found Lyra seeking shelter in a crevice of the rock. Their eyes met, and in that instant both were taken aback by the sight of one another. "What are you doing here?" Draven shouted above the roar of the tempest. "I could ask you the same," Lyra retorted, but her voice held a note of mirth. "This storm does not belong to our clans." Reluctantly, they shared the narrow space, sheltering from the storm. As the rain fell relentlessly, they began to converse. Much to their surprise, their conversation flowed like a river. Each shared stories of their respective worlds, desires, and most importantly, their loneliness. They laughed about their clans' misconceptions of each other, Draven's fire contrasting beautifully with Lyra's calm demeanour. As time edged on, the storm began to subside. Their chance meeting blossomed into a friendship that seemed as improbable as their colours. In the days that followed, Draven and Lyra met in a secluded valley, hidden from prying eyes, where they could soar together above the treetops, the sun painting their scales with hues of orange and lilac. With each encounter, what began as friendship deepened. They shared their dreams. Draven yearned for understanding beyond the flames, while Lyra craved the thrill of adventure and warmth of the heart that only friendship with a dragon like Draven could provide. Their laughter echoed through the valleys, and they found solace in one another's company. However, not everything was peaceful. The proud and fiercely territorial clans soon caught wind of their secret meetings. Tales spread like wildfire, igniting fury and concern amidst both kinship circles. Red dragons whispered of betrayal, while blue dragons spoke of uncharacteristic folly. Draven and Lyra found their friendship in jeopardy in the face of fear and anger. On the eve of the winter solstice, the leaders of both houses called an emergency meeting, echoing with the voices of those who'd seen Draven and Lyra together. Accusations flew like arrows, and something in Draven snapped as tensions escalated. "Is it so wrong to want friendship beyond our colours? We are more than just red or blue." His voice boomed, the fire long contained within now roaring to the surface. Lyra stood by his side, her heart racing with fear and boldness. "We are meant to bridge the divide," she cried, her eyes sparkling with defiance. "Together we can show our clans that we are stronger united than divided." The room fell silent, and the dragons exchanged bewildered looks. For the first time, their eyes open to the possibility of change. Slowly, the leaders began to see the wisdom in their words. If dragons could rise above fear and prejudice, perhaps peace could finally be achieved. As the night stretched on, Lyra and Draven proposed a daring solution. A festival of unity where red and blue dragons would come together to share their customs, stories, and hearts. It would be a night of laughter, games, and most importantly, understanding. After a long deliberation, the leaders agreed, and the Festival of Flames and Waves was born. As preparations began, the anticipation simmered, and the air crackled with a newfound energy amongst both clans. The day of the festival arrived, the skies clear and decorated with colourful banners that danced in the gentle breeze. Draven and Lyra took to the air as one, their bodies intertwining like ribbons, representing the union of their clans. As they descended, fire and ice swirled around them, an elegant dance of colours illuminating the sky, a metaphor for their journey. Throughout the night, laughter echoed across the valley. Red dragons relished the thrill of ice games, while blue dragons embraced the warmth of fire dances. Through homespun tales and shared victories, barriers began to dissolve. For both clans, the night was a revelation. Change was not only possible, but beautiful. As the festival reached its peak, with fireworks sparkling against the starlit sky, Draven and Lyra found themselves nestled beneath the ancient whispering tree. They gazed at each other, eyes shimmering with gratitude, and a shared dream fulfilled. "We did it," Draven whispered, a smile spreading across his face. "Yes, we did," Lyra replied, her heart swelling with pride and affection. "But this is just the beginning. The world is vast, and we have so many stories to tell." At that moment, amidst laughter and newfound camaraderie, a flame ignited between them, one that transcended friendship and blossomed into love. Two souls bound together not simply by their colours, but by their courage to challenge the odds and embrace a future brighter than the flames of ember or the depths of blue. As seasons turned and years drifted by, the bond between Draven and Lyra would remain a lasting testament, a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of fire and ice, a promise of hope that would inspire generations of dragons to embrace their differences and soar together amidst the open skies.
Let your imagination run wild.